Here in Washington, D.C., you can't own a handgun, and if you have a rifle or a shotgun, you have to keep it unloaded and either disassembled or have a trigger lock on it. In other words, it's against the law in the District of Columbia to have an operable gun in your house. Hi, I'm Chris Casteel in the Washington Bureau of the Oklahoman. The handgun ban has been in effect here for more than 30 years, and it hasn't exactly made this the safest place on the planet, as you may have heard. Our nation's capital has been referred to as the murder capital of the nation. A few years ago, 6 D.C. residents who wanted to own guns for self-defense but were denied permits challenged the gun laws in federal court. And last year, the U.S. Court of Appeals here ruled that D.C. gun ordinances violated the Second Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. The District of Columbia appealed that ruling to the U.S. Supreme Court, and the court decided to hear the case. It will be the first major Second Amendment case heard by the court since 1939. Justices will hear oral arguments on Tuesday, and a decision will likely come sometime this summer. Here's the question the court will answer. Do the D.C. laws violate the Second Amendment rights of individuals who aren't part of a militia? The Second Amendment says, "A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." That militia part of the sentence has been the source of debate for decades. Does it mean that only members of the militia have a right to bear arms? Or does it mean that individuals have the right to bear arms since, when the Constitution was written, it was white male citizens who made up the militia and they were expected to bring their own? If the Supreme Court agrees with the appeals court that there is an individual right to own guns, there could be many more cases in the future challenging gun control laws, and the court will have to sort out what kinds of restrictions are constitutional. I'm Chris Casteel in the Washington Bureau. Look for more coverage on this case in the Oklahoman.